Yeah, don't put it, please. What's up, everybody? I said 2:30. I'm 6 minutes late. I apologize. So, wanted to go live. It's one of those rainy days. Sitting here with Matt and the crew. Wanted to go live and just build this bike up. Have to build it anyway, so might as well have fun. Do it for you guys. So it's a 2023, 24 SL8, whichever year they decide to make it. We don't really know. So yeah, SL8, S-Works SL8. It's getting full red. Size 50, 61 in this one. That's right. It's a pretty tall guy. A guy named one of our good customers, Derek Finner. This is his second build with us. The first one was a really nice bench that we built back in the day. His bench actually had the first red axis group that I had ever seen on his bike that I built for. Yeah, now we're building another one. So yeah, hit us up with any questions or anything that you might have, and yeah, check it out. All right, stay tuned. We go grab some parts. 6 months. So this is a box of parts, a very expensive box of parts, all SRAM red. Axis. If you thought this was going to be like all cinematic and real cool, and thought that it was going to be like a dream build like Diana did, it's not. 100% not going to be that cinematic. It's just going to be me talking to you guys while I'm building a bike. Really nice bike. Yeah, a bike. So if you guys have any questions on like what we're building it up with, or why we chose this group or that group, hit me up. Throw those questions out there. I might answer them. So I'm trying to learn from like Elvis on how to position cameras and things like that, and what I need to be looking at. So the wheels on this are the Rapide CLX. These are the highest end Rapides they have. Like I said, pretty much everything else is going to be full on SRAM red. Always go with SRAM red because it's a lot easier to build bikes up with. And the differences between that and Shimano are so small that if you ask me what components to go with, I'm 90% going to tell you SRAM, because we're the ones that are building your bikes, and it's a lot easier for us. All right. Let's get some cranks installed. So I like to thread all the grease all the threads in the bottom bracket. I tend to grease things before I install them, or put fiber grip in things before I install it. A lot easier. That's not bad. So, cranks. You're going with obviously with the 61 centimeter bike. Obviously, he's going to go with like long crank. So it's a 175 crank. red with power meter. Pop this bottom bracket in. Bottom bracket's going to be a dub threaded bottom bracket. So dub bottom bracket threaded, it's actually called a BSA. The BSA means that it is threaded. There's a right and a left for these.
A lot of the stuff that you use in your shop, because it's a lot more parts of the yeah, that's always.
I screw everything in pretty much anti first before I tighten it down.
Yeah, so anytime,
So that bottom bracket takes 50 Newton meters. Or
you remember the magnetic clips?
yeah,
Yeah.
pedals, magnetic pedals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And, reason why.
Now's the time. If anybody wanted to know what I do at work, this isn't it. Always do tram. Ceramic speed. No, yeah, no doubt. Ceramic speed stuff would be sick. And a lot of builds like this, people tend to go with super high end stuff. So going with ceramic bearings and ceramic speed stuff is a quick way to take an already expensive bike. Like this bike retails for around $14,000. So it'll take a $14,000 bike and quickly put it up to $16,000, $17,000 with some upgrades. I guess once you're at 14 grand or $15,000, to a lot of people, they figure what's the difference? I'm already super expensive on a bike. I might as well get exactly what I want. And they're quick to go ahead and upgrade this and upgrade that. And we've seen bikes upwards of $20,000. Yeah, we'll definitely do a weight. But remember, this is a big bike. So normally weight doesn't change from bike to bike. It's really close. Even if you go from like a 58 to a 56 or 54 to a 56, weight's really not going to change too much. But this is as big as they get. This is a 61. I'm willing to bet that this is going to have a little more weight on it than your regular 56. But then again, the guy that's going to ride a 61, it's not going to make a big difference. He's a big dude anyway. All right, so throwing the cranks on. Actually, I'm gonna throw the front derailleur on. I'm gonna throw the derailleurs on first. A little easier to,
Yeah, and I think last time I went.
easier to get. Bill, you can come around. You could be in the shot. Bill's being all shy in the background. I'm about to turn it around so everybody can see Matt too. So things that I like to do, like I said, all the threaded areas, man. Before I pop things on, throw some lube in those threads, especially with these bikes that are using super light man. Alloys on alloys like to seize, and then most people, to be honest, over tighten a lot of these aluminum bolts, and man, it's like a pain to get them off. So help your mechanic out, or if you're a mechanic, help future you out, not over tighten stuff, and make sure you put lube on things.
So we're all covered. Pull that up there. Yeah. Yeah. Again, this is familiar, but I'm missing these screws. Make sure you're cautious of what the tolerance is. So you don't over or over. Make sure that.
All right, that's a good question. So someone wants to know, as far as parts that take grease, and what I like to grease. I like to put grease on almost anything that has, basically anything that has threads needs to have grease, or some type of, not everything. Some things take Loctite, and the crazy part about it is a lot of people over grease things. So certain things that you want to grease, you don't necessarily want to grease it if it has Loctite. It's kind of weird, right? It's one of those weird things where Loctite is there to keep it from coming undone, tightens the threads, and the grease will kind of like work against the Loctite sometimes. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I kind of grease everything, regardless whether it has Loctite or not. So yeah, I guess you take that for whatever it is, but I like to put Loctite on all the bearing surfaces, all the threaded surface. I mean, grease on all the bearing surfaces and all the threaded surfaces, no matter what they are. Just a little bit of grease will help you out. A lot of the stuff comes from the factory with grease on it already, so you can actually avoid some of the grease because it has stuff on it from Shimano or from SRAM. You just gotta know what parts kind of come that way and what parts don't. So I hung the two derailleurs on it. I'm gonna pull the cranks out. Prep them. Bottom bracket's already in. Cranks already have this basically. This is an example of what I mean by things come greased already. So these cranks already have grease already inside the threads and everything already. Bottom bracket is torqued down to 54 Newton meters. It's funny because the bottom bracket that I took off from his, it definitely was torqued down way tighter than 54 Newton meters. It took me strapping his crank down and using like pry to get his old cranks off. His venge got cracked which kind of forced him to get a new bike, and that's why he chose this one. His vent is going away to have it worked on, and hopefully get the crack fixed. And we're going to build up another bike for him once that happens. Using a lot of his old parts.
So, yeah, my bag, yeah. Okay. Any questions?
Or you can give us a call.
We give them the call, yeah. Don, that's close to 2 years now, right?
2 years in this, close, about a year and a half in this location, but we have 2 other locations also. Patapsco bicycles for all your special needs and wants. Thanks for keeping that in, man. Is it hard? Is it hard to maintain right now? Like,
Yeah.
so these come with like a guide, make it kind of cheap, clicking your, yeah, and your chain rings and stuff on. Sometimes they work out good, and sometimes. All right, this one. Motor.
And if she had eyes, I cannot do. There's no way in this. Is it what popped up?
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Please tell me about it. Yes, it's going well. Ken's. Not for my man Gavin Flats, but. Hey Gavin, Diane just found a picture of you flexing on the internet.
Appreciate that. No. I hope I'm at it. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Well, that's so fun. Save so much trouble. Take it. Oh my God, sweet. Oh.
Did Bill just ask you if Gavin texted you that bit? That's awesome. Oh, yeah.
Good, man.
Everything worked out, huh?
Worked out.
Told, so I got my buddy Mike here with me. He just sold one of his bikes.
Hello, Black and Tan World.
Attached to a little bit of everything.
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
How's it going, everybody?
So he just sold one of his bikes, and I told the guy before you got here, it was, and that you asked me a price to sell it for. I told you the price, and you sold it lower than the price that I told you to sell it
That
for.
is true.
So it was a good deal.
It was a very fair deal, I think, for him. And for me, honestly, what that bike is standard on Bicycle Blue Book, it's upwards of like $1,000 in great condition. Bike's been used, and ultimately, I know I've added some things such as the tires, new cassette, change, but I think the guy, especially for what he's getting it at, is getting a fair deal. I think I'm getting a fair deal, so I'm happy if he's it.
Is that the way it works?
Yep. So, and I've already found out that guys
Oh, yeah?
give it to me at a very fair price.
Oh, yeah, is it better than a price that I can give you here at Tapsco Bicycles?
I'm not going to say that on there.
This Black Friday coming up, and I'm gonna tell you right now, we are slinging bikes. So if you want a good, listen, if you want a good deal on a bike, and you're really shopping for a bike, and you don't come to our shops to actually check out the price that we're gonna give you, you're not really looking for a bike. You're not serious about buying a bike. I put it out there like that. That's how I put it out. You're not really serious about buying a bike.
Look how they staged this. Two beautiful bikes right next to each other.
Oh, hers is sick.
This is yours, Diamond?
Yeah, but Diana does dream build stats bikes, right? Like Diana has crews. Diana has crews that come in and build her bikes for her and film her building bikes. I got to set up with my laptop and build bikes through my laptop. All right, so cranks are on, torque down, adjustment tension screw attention on the side is down.
Yeah.
Cranks spin really good. Should be good to go. So next thing I'm gonna do is gonna throw on the chain, and I'll have basically the drivetrain done. Now, what I should have done
I'm obsessed with
was probably run the rear brake before I put the bottom bracket in. What do you think, Matt? Were you gonna say that? You just gonna let me go? That's how you roll? It's not TV, Matt. It's not TV, but you're my boy. He's my boy. He's I know I can still run it. I'm gonna run it, but I can tell you now, we both know it's a lot easier if the bottom bracket wasn't there. Yeah, I'll be able to fish it.
Sweet. Love it.
All right, so lesson real quick, guys. There's an order to doing things that make things a lot easier. Before you put the bottom bracket in, make sure you run your rear brake cable through because it'll make it a lot easier fishing. So now you get to see me struggle.
Don, which customer is this for?
Derek Finner. Derek is super good customer.
And he's tall.
Super tall. Derek is built like a Greek god. He's an ex-NFL football player. And obviously, for a lot of reasons, I don't want to mess his bike up. I got it. So,
Pretty bad.
yeah, I think it's sick. And the cameras won't do it just because in the camera right now, I believe it just looks
Is this a 2024
yeah,
scheme?
so
or is it 23?
so that's funny you say that. So Specialized doesn't really have model years.
Yeah, but they make colors.
No, they don't have really model years. They do rollouts.
So it's not like
So-
a Trek of the World or like a Cannondale.
You can get a Specialized that's a current model.
Gotcha.
But it may not say like 24 on it, right? It might say 23, but that's the current model.
Yeah.
It's weird that they do that, but on their part numbers, if you look at the first row of the part number, the last two digits on that first row signifies what year that bike is. So this is a 2024, but if you look at the part number, it'll actually say 23 on the part number.
Gotcha.
Because that's kind of the year that it rolled out.
I'm looking at it now.
Does it say 23?
Yeah. That's when I left the manufacturer.
Yeah.
That says 24 actually.
Does it?
Yeah.
There we go. Heard it here first.
So last two and then 24, 749, 24. It is very, very pretty, man.
Sweet black, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can.
It's pretty, but I don't think it's as pretty as Diane's. Something about the gloss, the matte blue. That thing's badass.
Yeah, it's a nice bike.
That's pretty.
It's a nice bike. If you're into that kind of now, her bikes are all nice.
With the gold accents.
Her bikes are all nice for sure.
Tasco Pete's got me bicycles.
That's your bicycle's match again. Hello? You're not.
What would be the base price if I were to get a World Cup
My name is Matt.
Epic Evo World Cup frame?
Epic Evo World Cup frame.
Black Friday.
I am not.
I can't say that online, but it would be a good deal.
Saved you from a telephone sales call.
Thank you. Save me from messing with someone on.
But they're gonna call back. I tried to ask what it all the way. But someone's there that can make financial decisions.
Okay, good luck. Because he's never here. I don't make the financial decisions for this business. That would be Rob Stroh.
This guy is in Tampa, or Atlanta, excuse me.
Mhm.
It's 22, Epic Evo, all frames made for $3,800. He used to be a specialized dealer. He only does the e-bikes now.
That's weird.
Well,
Okay.
that's kind of the Florida scene. You don't see a lot of mountains out that way, so it makes sense he's selling it. But
No, I got you.
anyways, he basically just only ridden it a handful of times, and I think the biggest one right there is we all know that's a big no-no in the bike industry.
What level? Either.
We're gonna look at
The clear backing
that.
behind
Oh, yeah,
his
yeah,
head.
yeah.
He never took it off, and he says
His dork disc.
yeah, the dork disc. is we
Take
call
your
it.
dork discs off, guys.
Yeah, might be hard to see, but
If you want everybody to know that you're a pro, take your dork disc off. Or if you want to troll people, keep it on and just make people mad.
I've got 3 of them.
so it is essentially brand new. Still has nubbies on it. He hasn't really taken on like any heavy mountain trails. It's all flat in Florida where he lives.
Right. All right.
$3,800, all said and done.
What level?
It's EvoCon, Yeah.
How much are new tops?
4,800 without tax.
That was not hard to run the cable through.
4,800 without
Thank goodness. So
tax.
Even with all cable deals on?
Well, this color is
we'll
available,
talk about that off.
but I want to bring it to his attention.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best deal, but anyway, we'll talk about that off camera before you go spend your money.
Haven't
Again,
committed
guys, here at Patapsco Bicycles, I like to save you money. Am I sounding too much like a used car salesman?
No.
All I know is that Scott Donna is stacking up cheap. So
Yeah, we're at Patapsco Bicycles. We're stacking them deep and selling them cheap.
down here on Route 1.
On Route 1, hon. So that foam that I just put around the tube, what it does is around the brake hose. What it does is it keeps this brake hose from making all kinds of noise inside the frame. So we put these on inside there, and I put it on with a little soap so it can slide all the way down into the frame where it needs to be. Just like that. So brake line is installed for the back. Let's get the front installed.
See, my phone.
Thanks.
Take it easy.
So, yeah, I'm Mike. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself.
Mike.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I used the shop today, Diana. Thanks, sweet. I'm jealous.
That is sweet.
Okay, guys.
Take it easy.
Thank you again, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime, brother. Later.
Yeah.
So we kind of prepped the bike with putting the wheels and stuff on it earlier. So I could have like a rolling chassis. Gavin's on live, and Gavin said, Gavin, did you hear what I said, bro? We just pulled up that flexing picture of you, man.
Nice plug, bro.
What
Nice
is
plug.
up with that? All the down lighting and everything? My goodness.
Nice plugs. Intermission.
They can watch Diana build her street bike. One.
A little blip in the matrix. You see how I went out that way, and I appeared this way?
I say intermission.
Yeah. Thread this up through the fork. Sometimes this is really easy, and sometimes it's a pain in the arse. Let's see. Easier off the bike because you can rotate it around and okay. So take your hose, kind of twist it like this. Because when you twist it like that, you can kind of maneuver it to kind of come out of the slot by itself without a lot of added work. Not all the time, but sometimes. And there's guides that you can use that make this easier, but I like to do things the hard way. There we go. Cool. So Specialized and a lot of manufacturers now take all their cables and they run them through the bearings on the bike. So the problem with running the cables through the bearings on the bike, it's a couple problems. When you can we turn that? Can we turn it? So it's a couple problems. When you run them through the bearings of the bike, when it's time to replace your bearing, you got to take all your brake housing and everything all apart. So what seems like a really good idea at the beginning ends up not being such a good idea at the end, to be honest with you. Because maintenance on your bike, future maintenance, it kind of sucks. Cables run through.
I made it. That's it. Stuck in a corner.
Didn't take too much more time. Thank goodness. The speed sniffer. That's what they call this. I guess it sniffs out more speed. What do you think, Matt?
Maybe you can win by a nose.
Matt said we can win by a nose with the speed sniffer. Wonder if the boys at wherever this bike is built, Specialized, has heard that before. Yeah. I guess we're gonna win by no. Okay, so I'm gonna max out all his spacers. Because he's gonna get this bike fit, and we won't cut it until he's kind of measured and set up on it. But we'll get it kind of set up right now. I'll do all the building part. What's up, everybody? So I'm here building S-Works SL8. Give you something to do. Give me something to do on a rainy day. It's for a really good customer of mine. So we got most of the parts hung on the bike. I'm going to start going on to the cockpit now. He's running, of course, with the SL8. Run the rep heat handlebars. He's not running the one piece. He's going to run the two piece, the regular rep heats. But still a really nice handlebar. So he's running your regular rep heats, and I think these are 44s. Yeah, they're 44s. Pretty wide. So since he bought the complete, he bought a frame up, it doesn't come with some of the stuff that you'll see on a regular complete. Like his bike is going to be missing some of the smaller bits because his bike's going to be missing some of the smaller bits like the Garmin mounts that come out of stems and things like that. Well, I'm sure we'll get that for him afterwards, but sometimes we're not we don't think about it until we're building, like, oh crap, he's missing his mount. And then we'll get that for him. Yeah, those one piece handlebars definitely set this bike off, I can tell you that. Not that this is bad, it's just so on a lot of carbon bars, you'll want to put some fiber grip down between the clamping surface. These bars actually come with their own type of grip on it, so you don't have to put fiber grip on these handlebars. the front, the top of these tarmac stems, you tighten it down so there's no space at all. The slot for the garment goes on the bottom. I'm not going to tighten it down because I'm probably going to have to move the bars around a little bit. So just in case someone sees this afterwards, let you know again, it's a 61 centimeter SL8 S-Works. Replacing his 61 centimeter Benge. I'm going to set everything up kind of in a neutral position because, like I said, he's going to get fit for this later on. Let me know if you guys have any questions on anything. So, okay, so a couple questions real quick. So, I do literally the bar tape pretty much last. Bar tape is the last thing that I put on it. Sometimes when it comes to these type of builds, you don't even do the bar tape until after the guy or person is sized. So I start them off with trying to level the shifters off. With this particular handlebar, it's perfect because it has hash marks. So once I level one side off, I can go to the other side and just use the hash marks to make sure both the shifters are level. So yeah, I love this. I can tell you now, the bike is sick. The paint is, like I said, it doesn't come out on film, but it fades from purple. It's like it's a flip flop paint job, and it flips from purple to green, and yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Sorry for me to say that, gorgeous, Matt.
On the internet, it's probably okay, but in a workplace environment, I feel threatened and violated.
For me using the word gorgeous, you
Yeah,
feel
because
threatened.
I'm threatened, and I feel like I've been sexualized. And I think that I'm gonna have to talk to HR. So Donald, I need to talk to
You need to talk to me when I'm done with he needs to talk to HR because I use the word gorgeous in the workplace. And then he did acknowledge the fact that I am HR. So it all works out.
Gotta put a black box into that logo of that.
Yeah, you can.
You're not sponsored by that.
I am not sponsored by Pepsi, although I should be as much Pepsi as I drink. All right, so olives and bars. Olives and bars. Olives and bars. I'm gonna give me some olives and bars. So yeah, so now we're at the point where I'm gonna go ahead and attach the brakes, run them through the handlebars. That's what she always says, but we don't believe her. Diana's claiming that she was a road rider. She's way too much mountain bike to really to take that serious. Bill, you believe it?
No.
Man, my boy is never gonna live that down. Man, that's what you, Gavin. Gavin, be careful what you put out on the internet, man. Once it's out there, it's out there. If you run for president, guess what's gonna pop back up? That picture 100% is gonna pop up if you run for president, Gavin. Goodness gracious.
Cascade Bicycles, Matt speaking. What's up, dude? Good, how are you? Good, that was fun. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, bye.
Who was that?
Like a tub. Or. Okay. Hold on, let me get it. Careful what I say. Maybe. We had the bottom version.
All right. Front is done. So you'll see, like I said, I like to bend these cables. The reason I bend the cables is because when it gets to the holes that it needs to come out, it's a lot easier for it to come out of those holes. A lot of times, if you do it right, you don't have to use some type of guide wire or something like that. It makes it a lot easier when you're running these bad boys. So just like that. That little bend is what really makes it easier, like I said. Because these can be a pain in the butt sometimes. I'm going to leave extra cable on here more than I normally do because, again, I don't know if this is going to be his permanent setting on it or not. Or no. So cables will run. Now I'm gonna cut the cables down to size. Make sure that we have enough room here. We're good. I checked the back already. I'm gonna cut the cables down to size, put olives and barbs, go ahead and lock it in.
Oh, I finally got it in my hand. Attached to bicycles, Matt speaking. What, dude, how are you? Did you? Well, good. There's a place right up off of Berkshire Road called Metal Matrix. Oh, never mind. Disregard. I was gonna say they got both. How'd you get that out? Got it. Cool. Yeah. Well, as long as it doesn't bottom out on that, you should be great. Okay. What are you looking for? Does it say it's in stock or does it say in warehouse? Does it say in stock or in warehouse? Which one is it? It's in warehouse. Maybe midnight.
So another reason I like SRAM stuff is their barbs and olives. The barbs are threaded. So when you're doing the brakes on them, super easy to deal with. You just thread them in and everything kind of flows really easy when you're doing.
So James got that pulled out on his wheel.
James.
Remember the Charles wheel?
Oh, did he? How'd he get it out?
Apparently they drilled it out and he works for a government agency.
They use some top secret tools.
Yeah, they said they drilled it out and re-threaded it in with new threads. And it was like size 4, I guess, or something.
That's cool. I'm glad he got it done because there had to be a time where we're like, all right, call time of death. Front brake is done. Good, feels good. Let's cut the back. Feel like I'm on a cooking show. Like you talk to, they're like, oh, let's check the oven. Let's see if this is good. But like I said, I think one of the reasons I like the SRAM products is because it's so much easier from the mechanic side of things than like the Shimano. When they're both working, they're both really nice, to be honest with you. I actually give the Shimano components a little edge once the bike is built. I think they work a little nicer, a little more crisp and shifting, but the difference is so minor compared to how much easier the SRAM stuff is to build that I prefer going with SRAM stuff because, like I said, it's just way easier to build up.
But yeah, I think it's more
I do wish that SRAM had mineral oil instead of like dot fluid. That's one thing I don't like about SRAM's brakes. But other than that, I like them a lot. What do you prefer, Matt? SRAM or Shimano, brake wise?
I don't know. They're both all right. I hate old SRAM brakes. I think they've gotten better,
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
but you know,
They have no choice but to get better.
But I think I think overall SRAM does better for cooling because that fluid cools quicker than mineral.
Yeah,
That's why they have all these cooling features on all the Shimano stuff.
yeah, no, I got it. That's true.
So I think the braking performance ultimately would be better with SRAM, but I don't know.
Hope? Yeah, but Hope doesn't make
I know.
road brakes yet.
I'm not a roadie, so I'm okay with it.
You kind of are a roadie.
I'm the opposite of a roadie.
You're not kind of the opposite of roadie because you wear the funny roadie hat, flip with the bill flipped up like your old school Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, problem with it?
No, not at all.
That's how I live, yeah.
Not at all. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. You come in when the tour's on. You come in, talk about. Did you see what happened in today's stage?
But you're confusing me with Nick.
So this is diluted isopropic alcohol. Whenever you start dealing with the brake stuff on this, you want to spray everything down and wipe it down. Because we all know what brake fluid will do to paint if you let it sit on there for long enough. So you want to make sure you clean it all off right away. Again, there's things that you gotta treat a little different. I mean, you get in the habit of doing it to all bikes, but when you're dealing with ridiculously expensive bikes, you tend to do things a little different. All right, we're coming in hot. Normally Matt builds these bikes, by the way, but I wanted to film it. So
I'm just learning.
Matt says he's just learning. He's just sitting back and learning, which is not true at all.
I'm new and I'm learning.
He's acting brand new.
I don't think I know how to work on friction shifting.
What's that?
I said I only know how to work on friction shifting on the down tube.
Down to friction shifting is Matt's specialty. So if you have a friction shifting bike and you need Matt to tune it, he's actually probably the best friction shifting tuner on the East Coast.
Skipping gears, sir. Sorry.
It's skipping gears. Yeah. He's been known to tune a friction shifting bike in 10 seconds.
I always screw all those loose looking screws on the derailleur in all the way so they don't come out anymore.
Ah, they tricked me. I forgot. Big thing that I forgot to do. Matt, I'm almost thought I messed up, but I forgot that they did this. So for some reason, Specialized decided to change the adapters on their front forks because standardizing things is not cool. They don't want to be like everybody else. So it started with their own weird adapter on the Athos, and now it's carried on with that same weird adapter onto the SL8. So if anybody knows why they decided to change it, what reason is behind it, please let me know, because it's like, it's one more thing that this, I mean, one more thing that we have to like look out for. Any idea, Matt?
I want you to use their special
Yeah,
stuff.
get it. I'm like, man, I get it, but I don't get it. What was wrong with?
Like some look or something going on.
I mean, I think it's like a little aerodynamic thing,
Yeah,
maybe
well, it's got that like little,
wing.
yeah, that wing thing, yeah.
Only for 160.
What did you say changed on,
And you,
adapters?
yeah, they have this new little adapter on the front. So the old brakes, you can take this adapter and you flip it one way, and you can use it for a 140, or you can use it for a 160. This
Okay.
bike only with this adapter is only good for 160. And I was trying to mount the old adapter. I put the first bolt in and realized real quick, like, shit, they did the other one.
What adapter do I need if I'm gonna run a 203? Oh my God.
If you're gonna run a two, see that you're just trying to trick people into thinking that you're not a roadie with that kind of statement. But it doesn't work, Matt. We know that you're a roadie.
I want a 203 on the back too. 'Cause,
A
you know,
203 front rotor, 203 back rotor
Yeah.
on your SLA because you like to stop.
I like to
Gotta have
stop.
the biggest rotor possible.
That's right. The guy with the biggest rotor stops the fastest because you like to party.
I like to put flat spots in my tires.
Yeah, could you imagine coming down the hill and grabbing a handful of brakes on a road bike with like 203s?
Like you don't have to run the electronics.
Nah, you don't have to run electronics. I mean, that's definitely a plus.
Yes.
I mean, the new Shimano's, to be honest with you, to be fair, the new Shimano's, you don't really have to run electronics either with those. But
We do. You just have to.
you do.
Have to.
It's just in the back.
Why just on the back? They
It's
just-
a 12 feet and a wire coming from derailleur, front derailleur, rear derailleur going into the battery.
Okay, front
It's even-
to rear and rear.
Well,
Cut.
that's- Both of them run straight to the battery.
Okay.
Direct, and then it's Bluetooth shifting.
Got it.
To
Yeah,
the
so-
derailleur. So your rear derailleur has your A junction now.
Yeah, so we have, just loosely putting,
So they're running off of the same.
They always have.
because I'm gonna have to
But they
adjust
used to
the
have wires.
wheels on, I'm gonna have to adjust them
To
anyway.
both- It used to be 11 speed, 10 speed, two.
Okay.
Each wire off the derailleur and the battery would run an E junction. And then there'd be another wire that would run from the E junction to the front shifting. And then you'd have the two shifters connected into an A junction and then that third wire into the B junction. We'd have this whole wired system.
But in,
And
on,
now the new one is just to a battery.
for Shimano, but Tram doesn't. they're
Trans
separate.
is- Yep, it's all separate.
That's nice.
Yeah, two batteries with SRAM. So you have a battery on, actually, it's realistically, it's 4 batteries in the system. You have 2 coin batteries inside the shifters,
Got it.
and then you have 2 bigger batteries that are rechargeable batteries on each one of the derailleurs.
Yep.
The cool thing about it is if you lose power on the, like your rear, if you lose power on your rear derailleur, you can take the battery from your front and swap
To get a gear.
it to get you home, right?
Gotcha.
Shimano, the new hack with Shimano is if you lose power on your rear and someone that you ride with at Shimano, you can put that, you can put your bike next to theirs, put your bike in the right, unplug your rear derailleur, plug it into theirs, put your bike in the right gear and ride.
Gotcha. Why does Shimano make it difficult?
Shimano, they always make it difficult. It's not that they make it difficult. A lot of times people don't realize the reason they do certain things is to avoid patents. Everybody would make this stuff ridiculously simple if they didn't have to avoid patents. Right?
Gotcha.
So they're trying to work around this and work around that. And because they have to work around all these details, a lot of times what comes out of it is just like it feeling like, damn, it's way more complicated than it needed to be. And it is. It's way more complicated than it needed to be. But the reason behind it a lot of times is because someone else already has the answer to it, making it simple.
Got it.
So if this company has it super simple already, and they have a patent on how that particular way of doing it, everybody else needs to have a workaround their patent. And a lot of times that comes with complexity.
Unless they want to pay.
Unless they want to pay. Right. Unless they want to pay. And that's
Yeah.
That's what they're all trying to get paid. So because I can guarantee you, if Shimano wouldn't have had to deal with SRAM with having a complete wireless setup, why would they have done it? And then they'll come up with reasons on why theirs is better. Oh, ours is better because we have it wired. No, it's better because you want everybody to believe it's better, right? So you're going to come up with whatever reasons behind it, no matter how minuscule those reasons are, for it to be better. And it's cool. Sometimes it is better, but it's almost always more complicated. Really starting to look like a bike. Hope does make flat mount calipers. Hope you stop with those flat mount calipers. That's what I say about Hope. Hope ain't nobody in front of you when you need to stop. No, Hope makes some sick brakes. They always have too. Old school guys are really involved. If you're over 40, if you're over 40,
Man, that shit's nice. I love it. That's a nice.
if you're over 40 and you're a dentist,
Oh man, Hope is a
because that like literally you needed dentist money to afford those Hope stuff back in the day.
Yeah, but Hope was pristine stuff, man. You were living.
Oh, you were this dude had a Rasta bike with Hope brakes on it, different color in the front. He had gold in the front and red in the back.
Wow.
He had that, oh yeah, his whole thing with a Chris King Rasta headset with his Hope brakes. And what else did he have? Chris King headset. He had Chris King bottom bracket. He had Chris King hubs, different color, opposite of it though. So I think his hub was his brakes were gold in the back or red, whatever. But his Chris Kings were opposite, like green and gold.
Got it.
And it was all Rastafari. It was so sick. Sweet. All right, so we got the brakes on. We can brakes work. Another good thing about if you cut them right and do that job, you don't have to bleed them. A Let me try that shit with Shimano. No, I'm just kidding. You can do it.
I didn't even see you fill them up. I must have been.
Oh, yeah, no, they already, they can't be bled.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, they can't
okay,
be bled,
okay.
and the trick is not to mess it up,
Right.
right? So you go through them really fast, as long as if they come already set up, just don't mess it up. Don't make it to where you have to bleed them. And there's a quick connect up front here on the levers. So when you take the line out, it blocks it off, so you can't even squeeze the lever and mess it up.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, again, wow. Does Shimano have that, Matt?
Nope.
No, you just
They got a plug in there. So
they got a plug. Yeah.
And they usually have that block between the bar and the lever to keep you from squeezing.
They have a block and a plug. Shimano has a block and a plug. All right. Anyway, we'll save that for another day.
Dave's not here to argue.
Dave's online. He's watching it right now.
Oh, is he? Is he?
Dave is our local Shimano guy. And right now he's at his house going, no, we all agree that, he agrees with me on all the catch points of why I think Shimano is not as good as SRAM. And to be honest with you, 100%, so everybody knows, I think Shimano on the bike, all set up, ready to go, is better than SRAM. I said it. I think everything else besides that, SRAM wins. And the amount that Shimano, in my opinion, is better than SRAM on the bike is so minuscule that everything else outweighs it.
Got it.
Yeah, oh man, everything. All the way, let's be honest, all the way down to price. They get it.
I will say SRAM, I think, is got the electronic side better than, but their mechanical stuff is always.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking, like I said, I'm talking just set.
Never stuff with Shimano, but as far as like the electronic
You
stuff,
think
they've
SRAM?
had Shimano. But
Again, I don't think they're better when everything is on bike and programmed the way
Well, yeah,
it needs to.
but I'm just saying,
I think Shimano's slightly better. It shifts a little better.
yeah,
Besides the brakes always contaminating on Shimano's, which I don't even understand that. That's the only problem I have with Shimano's is the brakes. The brakes kind of contaminate pretty easy. But all right, let's do the chain, my man. Now, I'm not sure if we had a chain in the box. I think we got one on the wall.
for one of those Rainbow
Oh,
XX.
you know, dude, if it was a flat top, I would 100% do it. I don't know. So I'm gonna put the highest in. Yeah, buddy.
We got some HP bulk chains. You can try one.
No, we're not gonna put an 8-speed bolt chain on this bike.
It's all right. I'm just learning. I'm learning. Why can't we put that on there? I'm learning.
Funny.
They come with quick links.
They do come with quick links.
But electrolyte.
Put
That's good for.
Put that $8 chain on that $15,000 bike. Thank you, sir.
But the plants need electrolytes. They crave electrolytes.
The plants.
Yep. They crave electrolytes.
This is true. Throw his battery on. Battery. And then I'm gonna go rob a battery that's already charged from somewhere else. And Dave's watching, and yes, Dave, I'll put it back. So I got two good batteries, so I can pair these up. I've already lined up the hash marks on the front derailleur with the big chain ring, so I know that's already set up really good. The back, we're gonna just pair it real quick. Super easy to pair. You hold this down until the light starts flashing like that. Then I'm gonna hold the shifter down until the light starts flashing fast, like that. Then I'm gonna hold the left shifter down until it starts flashing fast, like that. Then I'm gonna hold the front derailleur down until it starts flashing fast, like that. And then I'm gonna hit that button. Boom. So from there,
Nice.
it's all just like that. Tell me I don't know what I'm doing.
No, I say, I don't mount it.
All right. So things that the new shifting won't allow. It doesn't allow you to drop into too hard of a crossed up gear. So when you're measuring the chain, some people like to measure small and small, and then they realize that it never drops down into that smallest gear on small and small. So the measurement's a little off, makes the chain kind of droopy. I go big and big because those are the two crossed up gears that it does allow you to go into. And it also, if you measure with that right, it'll keep you from ripping the rear derailleur off if you measure the chain too short. So I do this bad boy in big. And I know SRAM has their way of telling you to do it. You can follow their rules step by step. I mean, if you need to follow every single rule to build a bike and you need the exact perfect tool to build the bike, you probably aren't the person I want building my bike, to be honest with you. So there's shortcuts and ways that you just figure out as you go along. And the more you build, the more you realize that you don't have to necessarily follow exactly every rule. And it will, you'll get a bike built a lot faster and realize that, hey, I didn't need to buy that expensive tool. Can't believe a hammer worked just as good. You all right, man?
Just checking on my coffee.
All right.
Sorry, I tried to breathe it again.
It sounded like you were in trouble.
Sorry.
All right. Just want to make sure you're good. I'm always looking out for my boy Matt.
I might need some help now.
Still alive.
Yeah, I got it.
Hash marks up.
What hash marks did you just line?
So there's a hash mark on top of the derailleur
Got it.
and a hash mark on the bottom.
Got
and
it.
It'll be lined up with outer chain ring.
Okay.
And that tells you
It's adjusting your yaw.
it's adjusting your yaw.
Oh,
I'm with it.
What's up, y'all? I just adjusted my yaw.
wait, I'm sorry. I'm learning.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about over there.
I know.
New guy.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give him a little bit of room to breathe just in case he wants to install a bigger
Cassette.
cassette.
So how do you know how far to flex that derailleur?
So this derailleur will flex to about right here.
Right.
That spot is maxed out as where you want it, right?
Yep.
So say if I'm going here, I'm gonna take it down two links
2 links from max.
from where, yeah, from, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them, I'm taking 6 of them bad boys off. It's actually 7.
Because of the
Because
quick.
I'm using the quick link. Quick link. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I hope I get internet trolls for building this bike.
Hold on, getting on Facebook now.
I can tell all the trolls, shut the hell up, you don't know what you're talking about. Meet me after work.
Is this on Facebook or Instagram? How do I?
No, meet me after work, bro. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had a guy recently.
I'm really good at counting, by the way.
I had a guy recently threaten me and tell me he was going to meet me after work, Bill.
Yeah. He obviously didn't know who he was messing with.
No, I mean, he may have, but I also knew who he was. So that was the funny part. I was like, okay, I literally missed the ride and waited for him to come in. And
He stepped up to the challenge.
The funny part was, it was why he was mad at me, because I wouldn't warranty a bike for him that got hit by a truck. And got hit by a truck and had a crack in it. And he told me that crack was there when he bought the bike, and it wasn't caused by
Right.
getting hit by the truck. And mad that I wouldn't warranty it because crack was there before he got hit by the truck.
Snap it in. Nice. Boom. And just like that.
See how it's in that gear? I'm gonna pull back the limits, his V-tension screw just a hair.
Just to tighten it up
Just
just
to
a
tighten the
bit.
chain up a teeny bit. And if he is 100% down with keeping, not going with a bigger cassette on the back,
Then that's
I'll actually
perfect.
take one. I'm actually going to take one out.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
until I know what he plans on doing, we're going to leave that one in.
What'd you just do there to manually
So
shift that?
you can press the button on the front derailleur and shift down. Press it and it shifts up.
Kind of like a suicide shift.
Yeah, don't do that while you're riding, because if your
down.
fingers get
that
caught.
shifter.
I mean, the problem with the internet is people see pros riding their bikes and adjusting their stuff while they're riding.
Right.
I recommend you not do that. He is a pro for a reason. You'll come up with some missing digits.
I can true wheels while people are riding their bikes.
I've seen it.
True wheels while people riding their bikes. Adjusting those friction shifters.
While they're riding.
Yeah, oh, it's easy. So just hit their little.
Diana's going to be a mechanic for a pro team.
Nice.
She's going to have to get used to doing that, hanging out a window, fixing people's bikes while they're riding.
She's gonna be on top like protein.
That's going to be even harder.
It is gonna be harder, but you won't be hanging out of a window.
No, shoot, maybe. I have a 4x4
She could be hanging off a cliff.
hanging off a cliff.
Hey, as you jump this, jump this gap, I'll be in the air dangling. I'll get you earlier in the air.
So now I'm just trying to adjust these back brakes so they don't rub.
You know what? I think the one thing you're missing on this slide feed
What's that?
is, like kind of right behind you, kind of where Diana's stand is.
Uh,
You need Gavin back there flexing with no shirt on.
no, we're not. It's not that kind of party, bro. Not that
I
kind
mean,
of party,
they need some eye candy while they're watching YouTube.
bro.
I mean, the S-Works isn't enough
This,
eye
yeah,
candy.
this bike is enough eye candy.
Not without Gavin in the background making that label.
Gavin can never live that down. Goodness, man, you made a crucial mistake.
So Donald, when you adjust those brakes like that, you don't like to just loosen them up, grab them, and then tighten them up?
No, that puts me in the ballpark. So if I can do that, I will, 100%.
Okay.
But that kind of, with new brakes, it works pretty good. Some older brakes, when you do that, one caliper doesn't move quite as fast as the other,
Gotcha.
and it'll kind of set you up for failure. Yeah, next time we go live, for sure, Gavin is going to be in the back. He's our poster.
I think we should save that photo for if he ever goes missing, we can put it on milk carton.
All the milk cartons, right? Oh, one of the guys just said all the Shimano guys are going to meet me outside afterward.
Oh, yeah.
Talking smack on Shimano. I'm not talking smack on Shimano. I like Shimano. I think Shimano is really good. Like I said, I actually say it's better.
Once it's in.
Once it's all set up and everything is good, it's better. It's just not better enough. If that makes any sense. It's got to be better than that.
Your correct response was catching outside. How about that?
Catch me outside. How about that? Besides the fact, am I really going to be afraid of a bunch of Shimano like that? No, I'm sorry. That's messed up.
The Shimano heads are coming.
That's why I was like, tell all the Shimano guys that their kids on certain holidays like Mother's Day, all the Shimano guys, they're like, hey mom, happy Mother's Day. No, that's messed up. I probably shouldn't say that. I'm a Shimano guy, kind of deep at heart, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they would have threatened you if you had Gavin back flexing the whole time.
No one would threaten me if they saw Gavin in the background flexing. Gavin's our bodyguard. What would you call it? Our bouncer? Club
He's
attached.
just our muscle.
He's our muscle. Club attached. You want to know how much work goes into building these bikes? I hope this helps you kind of understand it. They definitely don't build themselves. All right, I'm gonna go off. All right, guys, pretty much finished up. Gonna go ahead and let Matt tape the bars. People say he's the best taper in the house, whatever.
I'm learning, I don't know.
Whatever. But people say he tapes bars best. I don't know. I don't get it. I think I tape better than him, but whatever.
Yeah, hey,
That
you
it's
should
not
tape-
up to me. It's up to customers.
you should
Whatever.
Tape those bars.
I'm just telling you what customers say.
I'm saying that.
They are saying it. I'm just telling you what customers say. I don't get to pick what customers say, right?
Yes,
Sometimes I don't even believe what customers say, but they all say that you're the best taper.
that is a lie. and
You're the best rappers, but they call bars. Bars. Anyway, so check it out. About to cut this short, guys. All right. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know if you have any questions. Keep the questions going, and let me know what you think. I'll weigh this and I'll post it on how much it weighs, and I'll take some final pictures of it. But yeah, we're gonna finish up the small details, putting some plugs in, and probably gonna stack that stem. I might cut it down a little bit, but not much if I do. That's about it. Put a seat on it. It's a bike. It's all tuned. It's ready to go. All right, guys. Have a great day. Later.